episodes of WWE Unreal dropped on Netflix. I mean, how's everybody feeling about it? You feel me? The people are upset, of course. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of clips going out there and shit like that. I myself had some additional time because our president and my boss is both bitches. You feel me? So tariffs is fucking with my hours again. So I got off work at 1:30, 2 o'clock Tuesday morning. You feel me? So I got to sit around 5.5 hours and get paid to do nothing. So I said, let's go ahead and fire up the Netflix Unreal and let's see what the fuck is going on. Yeah, and I watched the whole fucking thing because why the fuck not? Get paid for it. With that said, anybody else here have a chance to check some of this out?
Yeah, I did, and I'm just gonna be honest. Like outside of like the stories like that they followed around like Naomi, they talked about Penta, Chelsea Green, like all that shit's cool. Our truth, all that shit's cool. But like the look into like creative, every one of them looked incompetent, bro. Like from beginning to end. Like it's just like these motherfuckers don't know what they're doing. Because like, okay, Road Dogg was asked a direct question by Triple H. Hey, what should we do with Chelsea Green in this US title reign? He like, I don't know. It's like I understand what you're asking me, but I don't know. This just confirmed that it's a mess over there. Like you got Bruce Pritchard saying shit like, yeah, man, I thought Pat McAfee should have I thought he should have beat Gunther. I thought that would have been cool. Wouldn't that be unpredictable? Wouldn't that be cool? No. And then Triple H saying like a lot of people think Pat McAfee is the face of WWE. He's the face of WWE to a lot of people, you know. Nigga, to who? Who? Like I would just it just made them look really, really, really dumb from the creative perspective.
Hey, yo, nah. When they showed that little scene and when him and Road Dogg was in there and it was like, yeah, so what do you think is gonna happen next? He was like, shit, I don't know. I mean, I was like, I stopped it right there in terms of the Warriors getting their asses beat, and was like, the last thing I want to hear if I'm running something is somebody who has a job in creative, and then he says, I don't know to me. Like, you're saying I don't know to me? Really? When everything is right there?
Bro,
I laughed at him when he said when Truth came up and he was like, yeah, our Truth's gonna shave his head. And then Triple H was like, okay, Truth's gonna shave his head. Why should I give a fuck? What's the story? And he was like, I don't know, but he just wants to say, okay. Triple H was like, okay, so what is the story? What is the reason why he's shaving his head? Oh, I don't know. I'm getting flustered up. And I'm just looking at Road Dogg like, brother, what are you doing here?
Bro, this is what happens when you hire your friend. You got some motion at your job. When your friends are like, yo, man, get me a job, bro. Yo, you the man up top. Like, give me the job. And then when they get the job, they don't do shit. And they be fucking up. And they coming in late. And they stealing stuff. And it's like, bro.
You are stealing company time right now.
Exactly. Like, yo, you're like, bro, I need them to arrest them. Like, bro, you stealing money. The only person that looked like they was doing their job was Ryan Ward. Like, bro was like, hey, so where is this storyline gonna go? He's the only one asking questions that mean something. Yep.
I offer a little bit of pushback on that. Ryan Ward, what's the other guy? John
I can't pronounce his name.
Swarovski or some shit.
Yeah.
Waka. Yeah, whatever.
Waka. That nigga. There was another guy, James. James
is a producer.
Yeah,
like it was like James Backstrom or whatever the fuck. When Bruce Pritchard was like, they were talking about the idea of Gunther versus Pat McAfee. Bruce was like, well, it would be predictable for Gunther to beat Pat, so why don't we switch it up? That's when bruh was like, Yeah, that sounds great, whatever the fuck, but we don't really have a reason for that. And then on top of that, Gunther, you feel me? Like we just, you feel me? Like how can we have him go from losing at WrestleMania to next month fighting the commentator when it's like you want him to win? This nigga said, yeah, that's great and all, but I could just see it. Pat McAfee on commentary. He's like, I might have got my ass kicked, but I could beat that guy. You feel me? And I'm like, I could see Pat saying some shit like that. You feel me? I might get my ass kicked, but I could beat that guy. You feel me? And it's like that completely kills your nigga. You feel me? It completely kills.
There was no coming back from that. Like my brother, he went from world champion to tapping out to Jey Uso to losing to Pat McAfee a month later. Not even a month later, like a few weeks later.
So yeah, that was definitely one of my takeaways from episode 1. The whole thing with Ben saying Triple H, Pat McAfee being the face of the WWE to some people. I'm like, I don't know who these people are, so I agree with you on that. Another one of the takeaways that I had from episode 1 was Becky Lynch saying that this was possibly her last run. This contract that she had just signed or last year with WWE. This is it. You feel me? And she's ready to go back to being a mom. You feel me? Episode 2 was a lot of the R-Truth shit when it was like, Triple H was like, why does he want to cut his hair? That was Saturday night's main event when he fought John Cena. So that was before all of the shit storm of shit that came up. You feel me? So it was like the beginning of that story with him and John Cena. And it was just like, okay, so why do you want to do this? Exactly. Like what do we have planned for it? And I agree with you. Road Dogg just looked super incompetent the whole time because he didn't have any follow-up. He didn't have any reasoning for any of the ideas that he had, wanting to put the title back on Chelsea Green for absolutely no reason and having nobody for her to combat or fight with or feud with after that. It was just it was disappointing to see. You feel me? It was definitely disappointing to see.
This nigga is Nick Sirianni, bro. This nigga's my head coach. You hired your fucking friend, and now he's messed up everything that was built up in good faith, and everybody looks stupid. It's like, bro, we was just like the best team in the world. We was the hottest company in the world just a little while ago. Like, what happened? Went off a cliff. And also, this like last thing on the creative for me, y'all need to hire, like WWE needs to hire more people of color, and they need to have more women in the writers' room. Because it like when you have a bunch of old white men who are making the decisions, and I know firsthand from seeing this, wrestling is always been a good old boy sport. Like it has always been, like I've heard bookers say this. I've been around this, and man, I love black wrestlers because they know how to work, because white wrestlers are lazy. I'm like, then why don't you have this black man that you have, like that you love as your champion? And they're like, yeah, that doesn't sell tickets. Like, bro, like this has always been a good old boy sport. Y'all need more writers in there who are going to push storylines and narratives and like superstars who resonate with a wider base than just like the people that they're pushing. And I see that they're doing that now. And Triple H is in his face like, yo, man, y'all said I ain't like niggas. Like, look how many I got on the roster, man. Look at Obafemi. Like, bro, it's just anymore.
I appreciate you, Ben. We do a lot of this where we love to talk about several topics at one time. Let's
go ahead.
I'm about to say the last bit I would say on this too is like the editing for Netflix is kind of weird because one episode is all dudes in the writer's room, and then the next episode is like majority women in there. So I don't know what they're doing with that. So like then they do need more women of color in creative, but they have plenty of women. When I looked at it and I was watching, I was like, yo, I think I was on like episode 3 or 4, and I'm like, yo, there's like 5 women right there. They're not their ideas aren't good, but they're pitching.
Yeah. There's a I don't know, there's a couple of different writing teams.
True. So that's what I'm saying. It's
I don't
weird.
know how they break it up.
Yeah, they pretty much just say, yeah, this is the creative. Like they'll never say who these people are.
Well,
So.
let's talk more about the R-Truth thing, because I thought the R-Truth and Road Dogg relationship on display was a little bit interesting to see, even though I think Road Dogg is an idiot. Now, I feel like the compassion that he showed for R-Truth during that whole situation, it was real, and it showed like what their real life relationship is like. So I thought that was dope to see. And then in addition to that, we're gonna get clipped for this, but I don't give a fuck. There was a conversation where they talked about that whole thing with R-Truth getting released and the fans. The fans basically speaking up, wrestlers backstage speaking up and saying, hey, no, this is wrong. We don't appreciate this. We need Truth here. We don't think that this should be the end of his run. Yada, 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 yada. Did anybody see R-Truth on The Breakfast Club?
Yeah, I watched that.
So we're going to go ahead and pull that. I got a clip here that we're going to react to. This is basically him responding to some of the things that were said on WWE Unreal. And again, fuck it, man. Monetization. Go to hell.
When you got released a couple of years ago, what was your immediate reaction, emotionally and mentally?
Not knowing what move to make, not knowing which steps. Is there a wrong step? Is there a right step? Like just, bro, I was just in a tunnel. Because when I found out, I had just dropped my daughter off at dance, and my son was behind me. I was in the garage smoking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sweeping.
Yes.
So, but Triple H said you didn't really get fired.
I was with the ex.
That nigga was right the first time. He was smoking.
Come on, dog. We know it's all good. Smoking and sleeping don't even sound the same, but it's all good.
No, my bad. I was sweeping. They said, yeah, sweeping. Yeah. We got that. Yeah, sweeping for sure.
Bang,
We'll go with
bang,
that.
bang, 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 bang.
So, but Triple H said you didn't really get fired.
I was with the ex.
I got the call, right? If I got my agent working on this end with their agent, I put to stay out of that, right? It's Sunday. Next Sunday when my contract was be in, right? So do I come to work? No, don't come to work. Oh, okay. Am I done now? Yes. There was no flight, no calendar. What do you call that?
Sounds like a firing, but
I mean, but it's all, I don't know if it's all the same or if it's different.
because he said that you were technically still, you were never not under contract with them. He also said that.
And he said he never intended to fire you or push you out. The hope was that by allowing the deal to expire without immediate renewal, it would prompt you to reopen dialogue.
Any thoughts so far?
This nigga a liar, bro. This man Triple H is a liar. Like, what the fuck, man?
Hey, what's the point? There is no point in lying right now, nigga. Like, why lie for Netflix when you already got the money? You know what I'm saying? You know what you did. It was just like, yo, don't, like, that shit right there. Like, just don't come to work. Like, yo, it's good. Like, I seen that shit happen to me. Yo, don't even come, blood.
Yeah.
Put in your 2-week notice. You put in your 2-week notice. You know what I mean? And they don't schedule you no more. Like,
Exactly.
Don't worry
Like,
about it. You know what I mean?
If
Like,
they
you
flat
good.
out say, yo, don't worry about coming. And I'm like, oh, so I'm good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Bye.
Like, oh,
You're fired.
Yeah, pick up your
Yeah, I don't got no hours. I'm not like, yo, you go from getting your regular 40 hours. Next thing you know, you getting 20, and they schedule you for like 3 hours here, 3 hours here. Next thing you know, you're not on the schedule at all. Ask a regular person. Does that sound like, yo, they want you around? Does that prompt you to text your manager and ask them like, hey, can I get some more hours? No.
let's go.
That's why I said in the top, my agent and they people was talking, and I was staying out of that. But I got called from this person that said, boom. So that's the way I took it. It felt like a firing to me.
Did it feel sudden to you, or was it something you sensed might happen?
Nah, it was sudden. It was a negotiation. So I thought, never for once did I feel bitter, jaded, or anger. I was just at loss for feelings, at loss for words, at loss for emotion.
Wow.
I felt that from the locker room, from the outpour of people and support that were coming his way during that situation. It was like an overwhelming feeling and an overwhelming response of just like, hey, hold on. We need our truth. Like, what are we doing here? And to end it like that, just how the fuck we gonna do that? Like, hold on, he just wrestled John Cena. You feel me? Like, I thought there was gonna be, you feel me? Like, what's going on type shit. You feel me? So let's let him finish up.
Yeah. There's people that like 4 or 5 years old that know who I am.
Yeah.
There's people that's 90 that know who I am. I owe them a thank you.
Do you feel like along the way, like somehow the conversation or the dialogue that you were out of was like misconstrued? Like, do you feel like maybe your agents that got it wrong, or maybe it was something that wasn't told to you? Like,
They said it was about money, that y'all couldn't come close in numbers. That's what Triple H said.
I don't know what it was all about. I'm just saying, and that's a good thing about Unreal. Again, I was letting this handle this. I was letting that cook over there on the stove. And this right here started boiling and spilled out. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I got burnt.
That's crazy.
So Triple H is a liar.
Yeah, sounds like me.
They said on Unreal was to save face. It didn't. It never felt like it was a natural thing. Even the conversations that he was having with Truth, like after he returned, like, "Hey man, I just want to let you know this is all just the state of business. This is where we were, and we never wanted this or that. It's like I don't. All of that just sounded like it was just corporate jargon to again make us look like this didn't go down the way it went down type shit. You feel me?
And then if you look at the follow-up after he cut his hair, you can tell they didn't give a fuck.
There's nothing there.
I love this pushback that we always got was like, hey, what's this R-Truth story? Oh, you think they're gonna make R-Truth a world champion at his age? I'm not asking for him to be the fucking world champion. I'm asking you to consistently give him a story,
right?
That you already started telling. So that told me everything I didn't know. This Unreal shit, I already knew that was some bullshit because I'm like, yo, I'm looking at your actions. I'm not looking at what you're telling me. I'm looking at your actions. If you cared, he would have still been serious after John Cena became a babyface again.
Type shit. There are some other elements. He did mention to the Breakfast Club that this was his last deal, his last contract. After this, he's likely going to hang it up. But there are some other elements to this new deal, such as we've been seeing him on the sidelines of the Panthers games. We've been seeing him on the radar. He's on the Breakfast Club. He's done shows at SOBs. There's a lot of promotion for Ron Killings and investment in Ron Killings. And maybe not so much R-Truth. That's what I'm kind of seeing, which is, I don't know if that's setting him up for a career outside of or after the WWE. So if those are some of the things that he put into the deal as caveats or whatever, I salute that. But I that was a really dope piece to see. And then, of course, for him to be on the Breakfast Club promoting and get to tell his side of the story of a lot of this shit was really cool. But to close out WWE Unreal, basically the whole thing was surrounded by Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This whole idea of the Seth Rollins knee injury and that whole thing. And I don't know, nobody got fooled, but if it's the WWE, they're going to perpetuate this idea that, hey, we got you all hook, line, and sinker. And look at the audience reaction at the end of the day. They appreciated it. They fell for it. So it worked, right? You feel me? But it's like, niggas is going to cheer when dope shit.
Like,
so
I was at Dynamite cheering for Satnam Singh. So like, hey, that tells you all you need to know. I cheer for anything if you're in the building. You feel everything.
Big action, man.
Oh shit, he's there, nigga. I knew he wasn't hurt.
We can close out the WWE Unreal conversation with Satnam Singh. I will say that Lyra Valkyria, even though I am not one to throw around the bird lady agenda, she came off really well on this series, on this season. And I thought that her as a person, her as a character, I'm way more invested in her after seeing her go through what she went through, her struggles, her failures, and how she kind of handled it. So
It's the bird lady agenda.
Hey, yo, that's the only good part of these shows. You get the little part like that.